Well, if you remember the last race we did on the tour for the Castrol GTX Cup Series here, we were at Watkins Glen in Watkins Glen, New York. Obviously, the last road course race of the season. And if you missed that race, you can obviously go back and watch it again before you watch this race, I should say. But anyway, you missed probably the best road course finish ever in the Castrol GTX Cup Series. Probably the best road course, and obviously the best road course race ever in this series without question. And throughout the 14 laps of that race, it was 14 laps of complete excitement in that race, culminating with a starting last lap duel between Jessica Shelton and Dylan Young, where they were side by side for most of that final lap of that race here. They slugged it out. They beat each other up, culminating with a finish of 0.006 of a second at the start-finish line. Unheard of for a road course in our 2003 competition. And not to mention the two car drivers were side by side from turn 10 all the way down to the start-finish line in that race. I mean, just pretty much an eye-opening finish without question in that race. And I'm still running from adrenaline on that one too. But we'll see if we can duplicate that finish today at Michigan Speedway in the Irish Hills of Brooklyn, Michigan, the big 2-mile D-shaped racetrack. As we're here today for the running of the Champion Spark Plug 400 as we're set for 30 laps of racing on this racetrack here. This is stop number 21 on the series and the second stop this season at Michigan. Here's the starting lineup. On the pole at 179 miles an hour, it is number 84, Austin Reed. The number 84, Miller High Life Buick. He's alongside car 55, Harrison Ponder in the Crown Petroleum Oldsmobile. Row 2 is Charles Sanford in 57, and number 29, that is Zachary Fitzwater. Fitzwater won the season in North Wilkesboro. Row 3, the driver that won that duel at Watkins Glen, Jessica Shelton. Number 9, Coors Melling Ford. She's alongside Keith Batson, car 20 Texaco Haviland Ford. Both those drivers have in-car cameras in today's race. Jess has also won the season at Riverside, Dover, and the first time he was at Michigan, she is going for the Michigan sweep. Row 4 has car 42, Kyle Matthews in the PK Interviews Pontiac. He's alongside number 4, William Brock in the Kodak Film Oldsmobile. Fifth row has 52, Seth Cohen. Number 15, Jackson Haywood. Row 6, Joshua Osborne, two-time winner this season so far. Like I say, Buick car number 26. Joshua has her third in-car camera. He's alongside Nathan Orman in 27. The winner this season at Bristol. Row 7 has Colin Cropley in 25 and 21, Benjamin Miles. Miles won it this season at Rockingham. Row 8 has Aubrey Scott, number 6, and number 73, that is Daniel Bouchard. Next row down has number 71, Nathan Hudson, who won a second Talladega race this season, the Lifeboy Chevrolet, and number 8, Ryan Brommer in the Miller High Life Buick. Next row down has number 75, Quentin Moore, and a 3-time winner season so far, including both Pocono races. He's alongside number 14, Eric Monaco. Next row, the winner this season at Atlanta, Cole Deaver in the GM Gilbert Chevrolet, car number 3, and Dylan Poteet in 94. Next row is number 2, Dylan Young, and number 10, that is Caleb Fogler. Dylan won the season at Darlington and almost won that race at Watkins Glen, but didn't quite get there at the line. Next row is number 7, Rafael Duke in the Xerox Interface Ford. 2-time winner season so far. He won the Daytona 500 and the Brickyard 400 this season. And beside him, number 43, that is Mike Becker in the STP Pontiac. Next row is 83, Stephen Colon, and number 70, Daniel Bouchard. Next row has number 88, Laura Chung, and 16, that is Alexander Rowe. Next row is number 90, Kat Batson, and number 11, that is number 11 is Noah Sewell. Sorry, I forgot that name here, guys. Next row is the winner this season at Richmond, number 5, Phil Parker, and number 66, James Henry. Then it's number 30, Alison Rayne, the Winston 500 winner at Talladega. And beside her will be number 33, Amanda Evans. And starting shotgun is number 89. That is Samet Ozcon. He's alongside number 17, Michael Whitman. And that's your starting lineup for today's race here at Michigan Speedway. And this is the second race of the season at Michigan. We're getting to a part of the season where, of course, we're getting to this part of the season where you got quite a few tracks who's making their second appearances on the tour. Here's the command to fire the engines for today's running at the Miller Lite the Champion Spark Plug 400.
Driver, start those engines!
Command has begun to fire the engines as base car leads the field off of pit road for the pace up, but we'll be back for the start of the race right after this. Field heading through turns number 3 and 4 right now. Austin Reed in the 84 Miller High Life Buick and Harrison Ponder in the number 55 Crown Petroleum Oldsmobile has the front row for this race here. Pair of Pontiacs in the second row, pair of Fords in the third row, Pontiac and Oldsmobile in the fourth row, and a Pontiac and a Ford on the fifth row as they come to the start finish line. Pace car makes that hard left turn on the pit road. Field will be led in the hands of Austin Reed and Harrison Ponder. Green flag flies are underway in the Champion Spark Plug 400 here at Michigan. Charles Sanford from the number 7 starting position. Not wasting any time, he moves inside of Austin Reed for the number 1 spot here. Jessica Shelton also obviously got up to a very poor start here as they come on the off turn number 2. Austin Reed gets the help from the 55 car of Harrison Ponder. It looks like Austin Reed's going to lead the first lap of this race here. Possibly here comes Sanford's going to pedal hard to the low side of the racetrack here. And Sanford, or I should say Shelton, moves inside now, looking for the number 2 position now on Charles Sanford. And now Jessica Shelton trying to go for the lead on Austin Reed as they come down the backstretch into the third turn now. Shelton, as we mentioned, going for the Michigan sweep this season. You already had one driver sweep tracks this season. That was Quentin Moore when he won at both races at Pocono. And now Seth Cole pushes Shelton to the top spot now as they come off the front off the start-finish line now. And Jess leads her first lap race. She keeps the points lead, by the way. She kept the points lead by winning at Watkins Glen. And Seth Cole, by contrast, has not won in a long time in series. He's a former series champion. In fact, you got 3 former series champions in the front 3 spots here with Seth Cole, Jessica Shelton, and Kyle Matthews, who's now battling with Benjamin Miles for the number 3 position. Here comes Quentin Moore, another former series champion, the 75 car. Quentin usually runs good at Michigan himself, too, as they come off turn number 4. And now Jess and Seth are trying to fight once again for the number 1 spot. And Seth this time takes the lead that time by. And meantime, 3 wide out behind there. That's Harrison Ponder, Colin Cropley, and Joshua Osborne. And Ryan Brommer way up in the high side now as they come off turn number 2. Aubrey Scott in a 6 car up in the middle, and Colin trying to give him a push. But Aubrey's now being boxed in between Cropley and the 16 car of Alexander Rowe. And here comes Nathan Orman, car 27 to the low side. Off in the turn number 1 they go here once again. And boy, look at Orman and Osborne just making a good tandem draft here happening here as they come off turn number 2. And problems off turn number 2. I see Cole Deaver around. Cole Deaver, Phil Parker, Austin Reed, the 84 car. Wait, can Austin Reed ever catch a break in this series? Gosh. Seems like every time he qualifies good, he always wrecks, it seems like here. Phil Parker's involved. Cole Deaver trying to get himself back in the top 10 in the points chase. He's crashed. Scrapes on both sides of the 3 and the 5 cars, and also scrape on the 84 car of Austin Reed. As the first yellow flag flies on lap number 5 of this race here. Take a look again as to what happened to cause the yellow flag to fly here. It is Phil Parker to the inside of the 7 car of Rafael LeDuc. He pushes LeDuc up into Deaver's car right there and sends Deaver and LeDuc got the wall as well too. And then you see Austin got the 71 car of Nathan Hudson. LeDuc comes down the inside and almost hits the 33 of Amanda Evans, and Cole Deaver just gets jacked up by the 5 car of Phil Parker as they come down across the start-finish line here. So lap number 9 is where we're at right now here at Michigan Speedway. Pace cars lights, I think, are off, and it's Jessica Shelton, your leader. Second is Quentin Moore. Third is Kyle Matthews. Fourth is Nathan Ormond. Fifth is now Stephen Colon. He's moved this way to the field nicely. Joshua Osborne in 6th position. 7th is Seth Cole. 8th is Harrison Ponder. Kat Badson at the 9th position at number 90 car. And Benjamin Miles in 10th position. 11th is Noah Sewell. 12th is Alexander Rowe. Aubrey Scott 13th. 14th is Alison Rayne. 15th is Colin Cropley. 16th is William Brock. 17th is Zachary Fitzwater. 18th is James Henry. 19th, Michael Whitman. 20th is Ryan Brummer. Then it's Nathan Hudson, Dylan Young, Eric Monaco, Caleb Fogler. Mike Becker's 25th. 26th position is Amanda Evans. 27th is Dylan Poteet. Daniel Bowles, 28th. 29th is Laura Chung. 30th is Keith Batson. Cement Oscon, 31st. 32nd is Jackson Haywood. Charles Sampers dropped to 33rd from his 7th starting position. He's fell way back in the field. Danny Bouchard, 34th right now. 35th is Austin Reed. Then it's Phil Parker and Rafael Leduc. Cole Deaver, the only car so far out of the race because of that crash here. But 37 cars remain in this race, and all of them on the lead lap fast lap race so far, set by Quentin Moore at over 184 miles an hour here at Michigan Speedway. A very fast track indeed. As we come to the start-finish line, Jessica Shelton remains your leader, and Quentin Moore tries to go inside now, outside now to try to get past the 9 car. As the green flag has flown once again on lap number 10. And look at Kyle Matthews in the 42 car. Restarted this race 3rd position. Now he's moved inside to trying to take the lead from Jessica Shelton as they come off the 2nd turn. Matthews, the proud Buckeye from the state of Ohio, as he tries to win one here at Michigan Speedway here. And of course, if you know college football, you know the rivalry Ohio and Michigan have pretty much. So Kyle would love nothing more than to win one in Michigan Speedway and take a Michigan trophy back to Ohio. And he led that lap just barely over Seth Cole as the start-finish line here by just inches, with Seth now moves inside, takes the lead away from Kyle. And here comes Benjamin Miles in 21 car to the left side. Benjamin, a former winner here at this track as well, too. Won this race, won here last season in the first Michigan race. And down the stretch comes the 11 car. That's Noah Sewell. The number 11 Budweiser machine tries to move his way through the field now. Noah has not yet, as Noah has never won in this series before. In fact, Noah is a rookie in this series there. And here comes, and whoa, Cat Benson just squeezes in between Noah Sewell and Colin Cropley. And Cropley says, screw this, I'm going to the inside and try to help my teammate, and he'll push Noah Sewell to the lead in the 11 car. So some battling going on back down here throughout this entire field here, and now Cropley goes inside. He's going to go for the lead now on Noah Sewell. And Cropley goes to the front now. Colin trying to keep himself in the top 10 in the points chase coming in. Especially he comes in this race, I think, in the top 10. I think he's like 9th or 10th in the points coming into this event. And he leads his first lap of the race here, and now moving inside comes 3 Pontiacs. That's Alison Rayne, Dylan Young, Zachary Fitzwater, and another Pontiac to the low side below them. That's a 70 of Daniel Voiles. Rumpel Furniture AC Spark Plugs machine as they come down the back stretch here. And now here comes Fitzwater, the winner at North Wilkesboro this season. Moving inside of the Darlington winner, Dylan Young, and he pushes Dylan past both Alison Rayne and Kat Batson and the 11 car of Noah Sewell. And battle for lead again here. Aubrey Scott leads his first lap of the race here. How about the 6 car? That's the 3rd driver 6 car has had this season so far here, and Colin has not been pleased with that 6 car at all. But not as much as the cars, it has been the drivers as well too. I think the problem with the drivers, I think, has been they got caught up in so much bad luck. And I think a crash yet. Alison Rayne is spun in the 30 car. And Nathan Hudson almost gets up in the Austin Reed in the 84 car. And right in front of the 7 of Rafael Duke here. And Nathan had to back off a big time right here. But the second caution flag is flown on the 14th lap of this race here. As Alison Rayne, the number 30 Country Time Pontiac, goes for a spin. Literally down the backstretch. Take a look at what happened to Allison there. He was outside of Quentin Moore, inside of Cat Bass, and also outside of Jessica Shelton in the 9 car. And Allison gets turned by Quentin Moore on that whole deal right there. And right in front of the 10 of Caleb Fogler. I tell you, Fogler's heart had to be up in his throat when he saw that 30 car right up in front of him, and had to slam on the brakes, knowing he may possibly get rear-ended as well by the 83 or the 4 cars. And amazingly, nobody else got involved in this whole deal. Here's real time. Allison on a frightening 100-mile-an-hour slide, and was still going about probably 85, 86 miles an hour when Allison got it back under control. So I tell you what, you talk about driving talent. That is saving the car that's saving a car 101 at its best. Here, slide. You're going on a frightening slide down a backstretch, down a backstretch like that though, and not panicking at all. That's the big thing here that everybody else seems to forget. Everybody seems to forget though. Don't panic, and then try to get your car back under control, which she did definitely, and still going at a pretty good clip too when doing so, and then put her in gear and then drive away, and that's exactly what Alison Rayne did. But anyway, Aubrey Scott is your leader of the race here. Car number 6. We'll be back after this. Pace car lights are now off here, and we just got word Noah Sewell with a suspension failure on the number 11, but was reported has dropped him out of the race. And the darn shame for Noah, he was running in the top 10 when it happened too. So one of Cropley's cars unfortunately fails somebody once again. I tell you, Collins has had no luck in hoping something goes wrong with some of his drivers here. So, and he's been pretty much the guy who's carried the team this season here. Collins runs 6th position right now here. One of his drivers, however, Aubrey Scott, leads this race here as a green flag has flown on lap number 19. And here comes Dylan Young to the low side of Benjamin Miles in the 21 car. Here they come off turn number 2. And Dylan Young has won here at Michigan quite a few times himself here. Cropley is now going to try to push Dylan to the top spot here. Maybe go for the lead of his own here in the 25 car. Rafael Duke so far, fast lap race so far at over 185 miles an hour. Here at Michigan Speedway is Young, your leader, and here comes Laura Chung in this 88 car. Look at that 88 car. Move to the field, and Laura's going to take the lead. Laura Chung out of nowhere goes to the top spot in the Crisco car. Fitzwater in second position, and here comes Keith Batson, 28 to the low side. He begins to roll now. 33 car, Amanda Evans in the Skull Bandit Oldsmobile. And here comes that number 9, Jessica Shelton. Looking for 2 in a row after winning at Watkins Glen. They're 3 wide, 2 rows deep now here. And here comes the 8 car of Ryan Brommer, the Miller High Life Buick. To the low side, and to the lead goes car 29, Zachary Fitzwater. Fitzwater looking for his second victory of the season here. He won earlier this season at North Wilkesboro in the First Union 400. To the inside goes 33. Here comes Amanda Evans, the 33 Skull Bandit Oldsmobile. Ryan Brommer Keith Batson, 4th position right now. Battle for 5th between Dylan Young and Jessica Shelton. They're back at it again like we saw at the Glen. And let's remember, these two battled out for the win. Has battled out for the win at Michigan a couple times themselves as well too. Shelton pulls ahead of Young for the time being now, and here comes Jackson Haywood in the 15 car. Motorcraft Ford moves to the low side now and gets past both Brock and Chung. And here comes Harrison Ponder, who started this race in 2nd position. He wants to get a good finish here. Cat Batson in the 90 car is up there. And a battle going on back there. Charles Saber moves the 70 car up the track, and so does the 52, Seth Cole. Chung and Cropley both capitalize on that as well too. Boy, a chess game at over 185 miles an hour here at Michigan Speedway, and that's what's been all about so far. Here's they come down the front stretch now. Meantime, Kyle Matthews begins to thunder to the inside now in the 42 car. And we have got a mess. 4 wide to the low side. Cat Batson gets loose. She got loose inside and almost takes Amanda Evans with her. And here comes the 4 and the 6 car. They're gonna hook up now. Keith Batson out in front. Car 28, Texaco Haviland Ford. Harrison Ponder. 4 car. Nope, Batson's actually not your leader. It's still the 29 of Fitzwater. But Batson is closing up for the lead, though, however. And here comes William Brock in the 4 car. And Aubrey Scott in the 6 car. Can Aubrey pull off an upset? Remember Aubrey took over the 6 car at, I think, at Watkins Glen. So this is Aubrey's 2nd race with that car. But here comes Jessica Shelton and Nathan Orman. Shelton in the 9 and Orman in the 27 car. And they zip past the 6 car. Fitzwater coming down now for 5 laps to go. Shelton squeezed in between both Dylan Young, and by the way, William Brock just now took the lead now from the 29 car, but here comes the 9 car to the low side. Could it possibly be Young and Shelton again on the last lap, part 2, maybe? If they can both get to the top 2 spots, it might be, but you got a hungry pack of cars behind them now. And Benjamin Miles is going to spoil that form now to the inside, to the low inside now. Miles in the 21 car just now gets to drive off Shelton's car, and a problems for Kyle Matthews in the 42. Kyle Matthews, who's running in 11th position, has got problems in the 42 car. His season from HE double hockey sticks just continues now. Had a bad run at Talladega, came back and finished well in the Brickyard 400, and a 3rd at Watkins Glen. Thought he might be back on his way. But alas, it all falls down for the 42 Peak Industries Pontiac. And yellow flag is flown for the 3rd time here at Michigan Speedway as well too, and it might be the 10 of Caleb Fogler. And we got a bad crash in the 1st and 2nd turns here at Stephen Colon in the 83 car in the wall. Oh my gosh, you're talking about another driver that's had bad luck as well too this season. Nathan Hudson, there's the 5 of Phil Parker. And Kyle Matthews coming down pit road at 65 miles an hour as the pit road speed limit here at Michigan Speedway. Bring the car to the attention of his Peak Industries crew. And he's out of the race. And I don't believe this. 2 in a row for Jessica Shelton. She led back to the start-finish line. And if her car holds up for the last 2 laps, so she will be your winner for the 5th time this season. Let's take a look at what happened to cause the caution flag originally to fly. I think it was the 10 of Caleb Fogler. And it was the 10 of Fogler who spun. He got turned by the 73. Bouchard got off the 84 car of Austin Reed and just turns the 10 car deliberately. And on a frightening slide, just like we saw Alison Rayne do earlier. And also just like Alison Rayne, also saves it going about 80 plus miles an hour. So I don't know if Caleb was intentionally trying to tell Alison, anything you can do, I can do better, but that was quite a save for the 10 car of Caleb Fogler. Contrast that now to Stephen Cologne, who just got dumped by the 25 of Colin Cropley and sends Cropley himself into the wall, and Cropley pulling up a hit and run now on the 83 machine of Cologne. I say Cologne's going to want to have some words to Cropley on that one in the garage area. After that one at Michigan Speedway, I say Cropley has got a fair complaint. I say so does Cologne there to see it. Several cars scrambling around to see how they are going to miss the crash, which they all do, but they all slow down also at a pretty... Well, they're slowing down because this whole thing happened under caution, so as they already passed pit road to take the yellow flag, so... But the field's going to take the yellow and white flags together, and for the 5th time this season, Jessica Shelton is going to be a winner, and she will sweep the season at Michigan, taking home the Champion Spark Plug 400. And I tell you, a couple seasons back though, Jess asked me, why does every car she pick is always a winner? And I think to me it seems like everything she touches just turns to gold. It seems like in NNSCRA competition though, but not to mention she's a tremendous online racer as well too. But Jessica Shelton, in typical fashion, takes the lead, and the caution flag falls for her at the right time. And she'll take her 5th win of the season here and extend her lead towards what may be her 6th championship in this series here. For second position will go to William Brock in the 4 car. How about William Brock here? He's had some decent runs this season. That car's been quietly running well. Just the results has never fallen his way. Well, guess what? Brock gets a top 5 here today. Nathan Ormond back on track in that 27 car. He's up in 3rd position right now. Looks like that's where he'll finish here. And Harrison Ponder, after falling back big time at the start of this race here, after starting 2nd, rebounds to finish in the top 5. He'll finish 4th. And Seth Cole in the 52 car. That car's been strong all day long. He ends up finishing 5th. Alexander Rowe with a nice 6th place finish here today in a 16 car. Good solid day for the Chattanooga Chew team. Benjamin Miles comes up 7th. Zachary Fitzwater with a nice 8th place finish here today. 9th will go to Keith Batson. And how about James Henry in the 66 car? Gets yet another top 10 finish for the Banquet Frozen Foods team. That team's has been picking it up lately now. So James Henry gets another top 10 with a 10th place finish here today. Just beating out Joshua Osborne for that spot. So some drivers have some surprise runs here today, and some much needed ones for them as well too. But where it counts up front, it's going to be a Michigan sweep and a 5th win of the year for car number 9, Jessica Shelton. 2 wins in a row now in this series. And she'll take the checker flag, winning the Champion Spark Plug 400 here at Michigan Speedway. Average speed, 115.023 miles an hour. We gave it the top 10 already here. Joshua Osborne comes home in 11th. 12th will go to Kat Batson. Dylan Young will finish in 13th position. 14th will go to Jackson Haywood. Eric Monaco 15th. Aubrey Scott 16th for the 2nd race in a row. He finished 16th at Watkins Glen. So Aubrey with 2 top 20s in a row to kick off his career in this series. Laura Chung 17th. Quentin Moore 18th. Michael Whitman with a nice 19th place finish here today. And Stephen Cologne will come home 20th, crashed car and all. Rafaela Duke, 21st position. Colin Cropley, who was up in the top 10, drops to 22nd position. 23rd will go to Amanda Evans. 24th will go to Ryan Brommer. Charles Stanford, 25th. Daniel Bouchard, 26th. 27th will go to Daniel Boyles. Austin Reed 28th. 29th will go to Dylan Pote, and Mike Becker 30th. 31st will go to Submit Oscon. 32nd, Alison Rayne. 33rd, Nathan Hudson. That breaks his top 10 streak he was on. Phil Parker 34th, and 35th will go to Caleb Fogler. Kyle Matthews had a header failure on his number 42 car while running 11th before the caution flag flew, and dropped into 36th position in this race here today, and that's going to drop Kyle big time in the points. Same with Noah Sewell in 37th, and Cole Deaver out of race in 38th position because of a crash, and Noah Sewell had a suspension failure on his Budweiser Ford. So a couple of big names, the race biting a couple of big names in Matthews and Deaver, and driver trying to prove himself in Noah Sewell, and it all, as we mentioned, all gets thrown out the window for those drivers. But what more can you say for Jessica Shelton as she gets her third, as we mentioned, her 5th win of the season, and congratulations once again to her for her big victory at Michigan and Champion Spark Plug 400. If you like what you see here, be sure to subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel. We got everything on the channel. We got inner races, we got gaming videos, we got inner online videos. Whatever the president of the NNSCRA, Seth Cole, desires to have for his channel, be sure to check out Seth's Dorsell Cup Series, the main series on his channel. And if you want in on future seasons of Seth's Dorsell Cup Series, then be sure to get with Seth, and he'll get you going. As you got 2 cars tangled up right there on the pit road right there as they're trying to get themselves in. There's Nathan Hudson trying to get himself in the pit road after that tangle up, and there he goes. But anyway, if you want to feature in on future seasons of any of Seth's series, then be sure to go with Seth, and he'll get you going. And also be sure to check out our other two channels that does NNSCRA offline. One of them being X86753985AX. That's Dylan Young's channel. That's the man who does the NNSCRA Spectrum Mobile Cup Series, which his current season, like Seth's Dorsell Cup Series, is going on hot and heavy right now. And also be sure to subscribe to Dylan's channel for some cool stuff, and also be sure to check out our other channel that's NNSCRA offline. That's Thrash Media 899. That's Levi McIntyre's channel, the man who does the NNSCRA Marvel Studios Cup Series. And also subscribe to this channel you're watching here for some cool stuff as well too. So you'll not regret doing any of that. So that will do here today at Michigan Speedway. Here and for now, James Qualls. This has been a production of the NNSCRA celebrating 10 years of offline racing at its best. We'll see you at Bristol Motor Speedway, the high banks of Bristol, for the always exciting Busch 500 night race.
Greg, did you have any ignition problems?